Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Nick the Great coming at you another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. Give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case the notifications they go out. Liz, what's going on, baby? First things first, hopefully everybody has a blessed and productive Monday evening. Hopefully everybody was smoothly able to get through the day. Hopefully everybody enjoyed their weekends. For those in the city, hopefully y'all kept yourselves indoors with the nasty weather. And if you had to be out, make sure you keeping yourself well as possible. Quick healing prayers to those who need it, especially those who might not be in here tonight. Praying and hoping that y'all feel better. You already know how we give it up over here as family, baby. Appreciate everybody that tuned in yesterday for the conversation. Definitely was a great one. If you missed it, you can catch the replay definitely. Sharonda, what's going on, baby? And we definitely had some fun as always. That was mostly just breaking down a few little things. Serious, what's going on, baby? Tonight I'm finish tackling what I started from the other night. And before I do, let me know myself already. I know. Kyle, what's going on, my guy? James number 8, what's going on? What's going on? Tonight I'm gonna tackle what I started to tackle again. Uh, basically what I see as far as family structure being broken to its core. Um, Another way of it happening that way again is drug use. Yeah, so I'm gonna try to dig a little deep tonight. I would say that for some of you parents and even for some of you youngins out there who are blessed to have a loving family, right? If you are suffering or you think you might have an addiction or something, best possible option is going to get yourself some help. Yes, checking yourself either into rehab or going cold turkey, no matter how you do it. I'm not gonna lie, drugs do definitely tear down the structure of a household. Just imagine again being born into a family where almost everybody from the grandfather even down to the youngest siblings being hooked on specific drugs. It's not a good look. TX, what's going on, baby? Now, again, it hits deep because you don't want to dismiss it really. That's what's up, Kyle. See, right there, that's a blessing right there. There ain't too many people that can say that, and the ones that can say it, they always got a dark tail behind it. But it's also serving as a purpose. Marlene, what's going on, baby? Now again, imagine being in a family where and you have your relatives are strung out one way or another. That right there could place the illest stress on you. I'm not gonna lie to you, it will. Realist, what's going on? That part right there hurts. For the kids, it hurts because if they seeing that their parents is definitely, they not barely home, they always seem to be looking like they tired out, stressed out. And if it's not either or, they just not looking like themselves. That's a hurtful feeling on their end because in their opinion, they trying to figure out what is possessing y'all to take that road anyway. And not just why take the road, but why make us go through the suffering anyway. Oh, 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 oh. Anyway, yeah, it's always like that, Rules. You know that, Rules. I ain't worried about that fool. I think he got a drug problem too. So I hope he hears something. Go to rehab. Don't be a fool on this internet. Don't be a fool on the streets. Get off them drugs. Get off them drugs for real. Didi, what's going on, baby? Now again, that's hurtful and stressful to a child because they don't even know what to really think. You notice that they're going to be scared because they don't know if their parents are going to live or survive. Which is the saddest part about it. When you know you got kids in the world, I'm sorry, and I said this before, for some parents, you need to really figure out what's more important. Because again, why should they have to go through the trials or the suffering of that? Like most kids, they just want parents that's going to love them and be strong and also just help guide them through the processes of life. But you can't guide nobody or help them through any type of process when you're too strung out. Or the worst part about it, you strung out and you always going back and forth to jail. That right there messes them up too. For those who don't have immediate family, yo, gotta realize that when you got kids, you ain't got time to be jucking and jiving around just trying to fix whatever niche you got. James, what's going on, my guy? See the suffering, the visions that they see, it traumatizes them. For some, it won't even be a traumatic experience. They just mostly waiting to see when the situation is going to occur and how long it'll be before they get that rude awakening that they don't want. So again, you're dealing with any type of drug habits that could be a detriment to your kids or even to yourselves. You will want to get help. Ladies, your man dealing with it and they look like they really are trying to get the help them. And vice versa. Fellas, you think your lady might be, or she could be dealing with the simplest addiction. She could be addicted to pain pills. Make sure she getting the help that she needs. Papa Will, what's going on, my guy? I think that's the worst aspect of it though, because I don't think no child should ever have to witness their parents shooting needles through their arms, sniffing something through their nose. Shoot, some kids don't even like to see their parents inebriated, which again, where some of y'all would say, oh, they need to stay in the child's place. No, when the children are around you, um, they're in your vicinity, so you have to try to do the best possible. Not saying you can't live your life again, but in the same token, have a decent common balance, especially when it comes to your kids. We know with some people it's hard to admit or it's hard for them to get the help they need because some of them don't want to help themselves. They honestly don't care. It's like, in my opinion, their mind is already checked out. Because if any time you've had multiple opportunities to get yourself right and you decide not to, that's truly a problem right there. And I would say, even if both parents ain't know, I would say for some who, if your significant other really is on the drugs hard, and you see that there's no chance of redemption, there's no chance of anything, pack your kids up and get to moving. That's how you save a lot of heartaches and a lot of headaches. And definitely that's how you keep them safe. Fellas, you know your woman is out here doped out, being irresponsible. You as a father, you're gonna have to either stand your ground and make sure the home is protected, or pack up and find somewhere else and go. Sikkim, what's going on, my guy? You already know if y'all just tuned in at the like button. What happened, Sharonda? What you mean you upset? What happened now? What you done did now, man? Keith, what's going on? What's going on? You know, the saddest thing about it all again is just you gotta think about how they perceiving things and how they looking at it. Again, you wouldn't want to be in a situation where your kid is watching you either having an overdose or could be overdosing. Scariest thing in the world. Damn, realist. My fault. I'm catching up with the chat, y'all. I see y'all in there. Man, I know for some, New Year's just started. For some, it's been terrific so far. For some, it's been up and down. For some, it's already been hell, and it's not even what 8 days in. But I would say in that instance, you gotta look at it. Um, it's only just the beginning. But again, you just gotta keep yourself in high spirits for this year. That's for all of y'all. Keep yourselves in high spirits no matter what. Wow, Sharonda, that's crazy. Condolences, sis. You already know we here for you in case you need to vent, you need anything. You already know you know how we do over here. Yeah, for those in the chat, y'all see what Sirius wrote. Before I even get back into this, let me take a slight intermission. Uh, some of y'all already know the common the common turkey gobbler running around here using avatars, going to people's chats. You starting off the new year with the same stupidity. But told you we not gonna be part of it. Four corner, what's going on? And honestly, I can care less about you because again, you serve no purpose. So while you running around here trying to be stupid, get yourself some real education in life. Again, learn that the tricks you keep on trying don't work. Again, have some sort of subtlety in your life. Do that. Don't come over here when the big boys is talking. Don't come over here when the grown-ups are having a good conversation. Childish behavior will not be tolerated this year. Definitely won't. Oh, no, they ain't getting no attention. I'm just letting them know what it is. Childish behavior won't be tolerated. And that's anywhere. So, you just making yourself look crazy. But I'll be honest with you. Back to the subject at hand. Your kids shouldn't have to suffer that fate of losing either parent. Period. No child should have to worry about losing their parents at a young age. Your kids are supposed to be a part of that blessing that was bestowed upon you. So it's your opportunity and it's your job to make sure you're keeping everything afloat. Again, some of you feel you don't want to get help. You don't want to be embarrassed. You think it's pride. You think, look, pride is a killer amongst everybody. You need help with something, go get it. It don't make you less of a person. It doesn't make you, you know, it doesn't have to make it as horrible. I'm just gonna say it that way. It's not gonna have to make things as horrible than they need to be. Because again, the sole focus is the child, the children. You gotta think about some of the people who that came in and probably witnessed their parents sniffing cocaine. I mean, sniffing coke, doing whatever. Like, come on, nobody should have to run into that. Angel, what's going on, baby? Nah, I do. It was to be the killer amongst everything because you had a certain situation where you might have got hooked on the something. You're gonna end up doing things that you know you would have normally done. Like we know we seen with most of these fiends. Sorry to say it, you know they known for boosting and stealing or even doing other things along those lines just to feed a fix. Which again, that is sole problem. It's really sad again that there are some people laying in the grave right now because they refused to get the help they were supposed to get. And if it wasn't that, you had people who turned their backs on them just because they might have found out they was doing certain things. Now I've always felt if you're a real friend, family member, you don't turn your back on people that actually want to get the help. You don't, because that's something right there that will forever live in the minds. I came to you in my time of need. I came to you in my darkest time, and you turned away from me. Some people will take that and will definitely see it for what it is. That might even push them further down the road they shouldn't go. You know, sometimes you're gonna have to sit down and really have these talks. And even to talk about your well-being and your safety should be the most important key. Because again, you are essentially leaving your kids out there to dry when you're not getting the help you're supposed to get. You are essentially saying you're just leaving them to the wolves. And the only lesson they might get out of anything as far as you was that you knew how to boost, you knew how to do this, you knew how to do that. And that's really about it. You have more to teach than you think. Some people are losing their family members because they out there. They might have got a bad batch of anything he was doing, and that either OD'd them or unalived them. If it's an OD and you just barely escaped death, you should really give yourself another chance and opportunity to get yourself right. That right there should be a wake up call for some. See, this was a programming, like I was saying. Oh shoot, I forgot. I forgot. You don't get no love. I forgot my little blue screen wasn't back. But again, you gotta have strong love for yourself and enough knowledge of yourself to know things you doing ain't always gonna pan out the way you think it should. Mental health is another thing that breaks up families, and it does. But see, you gotta look at the programming that was done. They will tell you that if you go to get help, you're weak. They're all gonna judge you. Nobody's gonna be around you. They'll hit you with damn near everything. And that will make somebody literally go down that road of no return. It's a sad notion because in certain cases, yeah, some of it is because of mental health. It's the pride. You don't want nobody to know, oh, this was the problem you was having. But again, you should never be ashamed of that either. Because even some of the greatest people, even some of the more notable names, have gone through situations where they were dealing with heavy drug use, and at some point they quit. They quit for good reason. Whether it be they did bring kids into the world, whether it be they almost had a brush with death. So again, you know, they've told some stories. Yeah, you could be a functioning addict. We all know that. You could be a functioning addict. But in the same token, you shouldn't be an addict at all. Again, you got some who will get hooked on the specific meds, doesn't matter what it is. And once they continue to do it, now your body done got used to it. But again, the critical part of it is that once you do decide to stop with specific drugs, they're gonna have some heavy consequences, some heavy side effects, for real. GJ, what's going on, my guy? Yeah, realist. Unfortunately, you already know that, man. Yeah, like I said, throughout specific time frames, we see the damages that were done. It's just see what's going on, baby. Yeah, you gotta definitely have some sort of strength, willpower, and discipline, especially if you are going to beat those habits. And there are some who are definitely beating that odds right now. Some people probably was already on their way up out of it. That's not to say anything along the sort, but if you was able to avoid it, change yourself. Again, it should be for the sake of your kid. Like I said, I know one person right now. Man, I come to find out some things that was unsavory. So your oldest child is actually locked up for being out there doing something that you are accustomed to do. It's crazy. Again, when you are dealing and delving in certain things, kids are seeing it for what it is. One of them might actually follow that. And I've always felt again when you are including your kids in any type of drug use or having them be around it, it psychologically messes them up. Again, we know that life is not easy. We know some things are gonna somewhat take a toll on you. The one thing it shouldn't do though is critically get rid of it. Because some of those drugs have the worst side effects, even when you wean off them. Prime example, you dealing with the lean and the promethazine. You having too much use with it, especially you want to be with the soda and everything else with it, you messing yourself up. You got two different sets of chemicals in your body tearing you up. The sad part about it is again, not saying you ain't entitled to live your life if that's what you see fit to do. But again, your kids should be your main priority more than anything. And then the fact of the heavy drug use leads to irresponsibility. Some of you are putting your children at risk to a point where you all could get evicted out your damn places of residence. Again, it shouldn't be that way. Oh, GJ, I know that part. And it's dependent again on what kind of drug it is. Anytime you start dealing with the lean and stuff, oh, trust me, you're going to be hooked. Same thing with certain pills. Those oxys, those shit, not even Xanax. But those is another thing. This is what I'm saying. Molly's and Oxycontins and all of that along those lines, it will still tear your body up and do damage to your body that you won't even recognize. When I was just saying about this girl and her son is literally locked up now. But you got 3 more kids out here, but luckily they're in the good, safe arms of family. See, the family did the right thing because once they seen you wasn't trying to change even after the first kid, hey, like this, no need for you to have them. Again, it's heartbreaking on all cylinders. It's heartbreaking for your kids. It's heartbreaking for your parents if your parents are still alive. It's heartbreaking for your family and the real friends that actually love and care for you. So again, if some of y'all in these situations, and I'm talking to some of you parents out there, so need to hear it. If you think you might be hooked on to something again, go get yourself some sort of help. Tanya, what's going on, baby? Miss T, what's going on, baby? I'm sorry, but that is the worst thing in the world. Worst thing in the world is your kids suffering because of your negligence and your mishaps. They'll try to say that this is not one reason why some of the households are broken up the way they are now. But I beg to differ because, again, there's some people right now visiting a parent's grave or visiting their parents in jail, or they might have one surviving parent and, again, lost memories. And the memories they might have, it probably wasn't good memories. No child should see their parents drunk, twisted out their mind, just acting a fool. Word, what's going on, my guy? I've always been a firm believer in that. See, I'm from the era where even when the people was doing what they was doing, whether they was parents or not, when they was doing what they was doing, they was making sure that there was no kids around. And if any time there was any type of kids present, they stopped everything they doing because again, that was the balance right there, basically. That balance of hold on, y'all, wait a minute. Now once you done got the kids up out of here, you go back to doing what you was doing. But there's some of you that don't have no type of shame. And again, you were dragging your kids and family members into it. Another reason why drugs is a prime example of breaking up a family structure, because again, you're going to have those who are going to be out there looting, stealing, and doing everything up under the sun again to fix what they think they need to be fixed. And some of y'all, even if you don't take your way up out of here in that box, some of y'all going to jail at a high rate, and for what? And again, you leaving your family stuck. Just imagine both of your parents locked up, both of them strung out. That's terrible. Because again, it's essentially leaving your kids out to dry. Who gets your kids in case of anything? Some of you don't even think to say, well, just in case of anything, I need to have somebody for a guardian just in case of anything. At least wisen up to certain things. But the main thing you should wisen up to again is listening to what matters the most. If your kid is even seeing that there's something wrong with you and they are really, they really displeased and they really are to the point of giving up, you should think for the betterment of your children again. But there are certain drugs again that once you done took them, they'll mess with your mind. Some of y'all right now are out there tripping on psych meds. The wrong type of psych meds will definitely give you the worst type of reaction. And in all actuality, you would have to ask this one question. How the hell did I let myself go this far? Well, that's essentially what you'll be asking when you actually finally take a seat. There's some people right now, again, they hooked on certain drugs and they done got locked up. And now they ain't getting those drugs. Oh, yeah, it's about to be a whole mess. And you know that. Taking to the initiative again that you have youth coming behind you that actually want to see you as they grow. They want you to be a part of every moment. They want you to be strong as parents again, having love for yourself, but also having love enough for them. And I think some parents have lost it because again, look at the programming that we going through. These are the norms of society. We supposed to always accept it. There is no shift and change. Um, that's the stuff they want you to believe. Even when you do get hooked, they will make you think once you hook, you can't never go back to normalcy. But there are success stories who, guess what, have beaten the odds not once, probably twice. One thing to remember is if you was or if you just got yourself clean, keep yourself away from the people that was with you when you first went down that road because they will trigger you to relapse. I think that's what happened with this girl because she was doing good and then right back to it. Again, you get around specific people and they the worst influences. I would say prime example if you had problems with alcoholism, right? If you took a little seat for a minute and now you out and about in society, again, keep yourself away from those who was going down that road with you. Because it's obvious some of them, it don't matter how many times they get caught, it don't matter how many times they have a damn near fatal overdose, they're going to continue to do what they do. And it shouldn't keep taking you to get locked up for you to realize that either. It shouldn't. Somebody is no good for you in any way, shape, or form, especially if they ain't trying to help themselves. You need to help yourself away from them. We have seen and heard stories on how some people done found their parents or the parents done dropped them off, left them either with a family member or God knows who they left them with and never returned. There's multiple stories and multiple avenues to visit when it comes to that. Again, drugs is another reason why the households are the way they are right now, in flux and imbalanced. Because even if, again, you do have a two-parent household, just imagine if both of them are strung out one way or another. Either which way, it definitely traumatizes everybody around you. I knew one person, may he rest in peace. I knew he was dealing with something. I just didn't know what. But I knew he was definitely on something because, again, the way he was sweating, it was even more profuse than somebody who actually is just, a natural sweater. Didn't make sense for you to be soaking wet even in the winter. So we know he was definitely doing something. Again, it was crazy because when you found out what he was doing, it was like it was almost too late to even try to get him any type of help. This is the saddest part about it. Again, they have to witness that. No doubt, Angel. Appreciate you, baby. And that's a whole fact, GJ. I have to look at huh. Let me put this back up here for good use. On my mouth. But again, you got to get yourself prepared on all levels. No drug should be over your children. I said this a while back and I'm saying it again as a friendly reminder. No drugs should be over your kids or over your family or over your well-being. Not gonna lie to you, structure will always continue to crumble if you don't get the necessary help you need. And again, the cycle will never get broken. That's one aspect I feel could be broken. If you look at the ones who actually need the help, and I would say even those again who need to hear it, don't look down and definitely don't turn away people that you claim to love and care for. And if you really got their well-being at heart, shoot, you take the necessary steps you need to. You have to take that. Again, no child should ever have to witness those type of horrors. Ugh. They trying to give me a copyright. My fault. Somebody called, ran past my building trying to give me a copyright. Again, the damage that it does and it presents, the psychological trauma, and then you gotta think about it, the ridicule and the self-hate. They gonna hate themselves because they don't know why their parents ain't trying to get it right. They gonna hate themselves because they gonna feel like they're the reason that you are doing the drugs and won't leave it alone. Yeah, I already know that, bro. You already know that. And that's the sad part about it again, because again, who suffers more? You know, just because you might be going through specific traumas and pain, you gotta remember they are going through pain too. They don't know how to help their parents heal. They don't know how to get their parents back to the right mind state. And I'm not gonna lie, there was some people who actually did the right things, and I would say even on this note, you should want to get the help. And if not for yourself, you should want to get the help for the betterment of your family. Because regardless to what, those are going to be the main ones that ride with you. Those are going to be the main ones that try to keep you at a higher elevation. You can't reject the help when it's being given to you. And once you start whatever process you need to start to getting back better, um, you got to remind yourself and keep building yourself within that same token. See, I think that's where some people relapse at and end up going back. Some people look like they be good until they get around specific people. They might start thinking about certain things. Those things could trigger them, or those things could possibly have them in the zone. And before you know it, we have a relapse. See, I'm gonna be honest with you. Drugs broke up a portion of the foundations for the households because, again, look at the era when everything was heavy. You went from people caring about themselves to not caring about themselves at all. People who was actually going through specific trials in life, basically. But look how it damaged the home. You got everybody who was working now they out uh, trying to score something. Now again, we know this is something that's been going on for a while, because it definitely does play an important part on how some households have broken down. Again, you got to be mindful of what you're putting in your body. You got to come to some sort of conclusion, and that conclusion really should be for the sake of my well-being and my children's well-being. I need to be here longer. I need to get myself back in the training of thought of just getting away from whatever. If I'm having a problem, let me go seek some psychiatric help. I feel I need to talk to people that I can trust. Let me go talk to these people I trust. For some people, they already feel alone, hence why they are doing what they're doing. But it's the worst type of feeling when some of it you are putting on yourself because you won't get out your senseless pride to go get help. Again, you got families who suffered the biggest losses when it came to those in heavy drug use. Because again, almost everything that wasn't getting stolen that was nailed down, now it was happening in your home. You pawning certain things, even timeless and priceless items. Again, just to get your selfish fix. Some of you have tucking money that you have gotten and you blew it. Knowing you got a roof over your head, even if you still lucky you have a roof over your head, you're not putting no food on the table. So who's suffering again? This is another reason why some families were broken down, even on a financial tip, is because of the drug use and the serious side effects of it. Again, for some of y'all, it's time to start being more in control of the destiny of your life. When you come to a certain age, you should already pretty much have intact what you want, what's important, and definitely what's needed, and then give yourself the balance. And it sounds easier said than done, but honestly, it can be done. And on that note, now I'm going to reverse it now because now I feel some of the youth need to hear this. Everything I just said to a degree about how you feel about the parents is the same way most parents that love and care for you care about you. They're going to feel the same way. No parent don't want to see their child strung out on anything, especially things that could harm them before their time. No parent wants to lose their child from a drug overdose. No parents, again, don't want to bury their kids before time. You know, and in certain instances, I would always say, if they are an adult now, the most you can do is you can try to help them, but again, it's solely up to them. But when they are young, yeah, they gonna need you. And some of you youth, again, who are doing specific things because you hanging with the wrong type of people. And if you're not hanging around the wrong type of people, the places that you frequent or you visited, you're seeing things or hearing things that you shouldn't. I wouldn't be surprised, bro, because I ain't gonna hold you. You would have to be that crazy to even do that, man. Nah, because that's what I'm saying. Listen, real people are gonna definitely do things. You know. Nah, you good, bro. You good. I don't know why you apologize, man. That's it. See, disrespecting my gangster again. I'm gonna wait till after this, though. I'm gonna wait till after this. Let me finish talking to the youth. Let me finish talking to y'all. Again, your parents, if you are coming from a good background, take into consideration again what's being said by them. Especially, again, you got to remember, they were once your age. And they might have either dealt with the same stuff or close to or more advanced. You never know. Never know. And this is my thing again. They want you to not be out here on these streets. They definitely don't want you being homeless by default or homeless by choice. Latanya, Happy New Year, baby. Now there's some of you who, because you want to be cool and want to be with the clique, you know, you delved or dabbed into something you shouldn't. Now, if you have made that mistake, your best bet is to let your parent know off the rip. Don't lie to them about it. Gotta be real about that. I think that's the worst thing you could do to a parent. Oh yeah, same thing, parents. the worst thing you could do to your child is lie to them, especially in front of their face. Now, again, for some of you youth, you got to remember, your parents were young once. So certain things you think you might be doing on the low, at some point they'll find out, even if they can't pinpoint it right away. But they will. So your best bet a lot of times is to be honest. Now, again, if you need help because you might have dabbed with something, you wasn't privy to the effects, and ain't sit right with you, again, talk to your parents, then go get help. Better case scenario too, you are going to be out and about with friends, whether it's at parties or whatever. You should still have a sense of awareness for yourself, because again, no parent don't want to have to put out a report that you're missing, and your parents definitely don't want to find you somewhere or hear that you was found somewhere. See, there's some of you who think that you're adults because of the way you talk. Some of you think you're adults because in certain instances you're making decisions and parents are not really stepping on you the way how it used to be. Only because, remember this part though, the reason why the discipline factor ain't where it's at to some degree, because I believe it would go back to what it once was. But again, the fact that you have a system that can tell you basically now how to raise your kids, this is the only reason why a lot of you are getting away with stuff. And I would say the drugs is a problem for some of you, because once you done got a little taste of it, now you gonna want to try to do anything again for that coming. To be honest with you, it's not even worth it. I can tell you from clear experience, they ain't worth it. I watched what certain drugs did to certain people that I was growing up with, and they ain't here to tell the tale. And if they was here, trust me, they would give you a real grim reality. And again, I'm speaking to you youth that need to hear it. They would be telling you a grim reality. You should not be taking your last breath because you did something that counteracted with your body, basically. And I was saying that instance too, for some of you parents, even if you think your child is dipping or dabbing, you better make sure any medications or anything that you can deem as dangerous, if they get a hold of it, better put it away somewhere where you know you could get it, just in case if you need. Get caught up. You get caught up, and that's gonna be a problem. Because now, if you don't overdose, if you don't severely injure yourself or internally damage yourself, just ain't gonna be right. Trust me, you will not be mentally right. I'm sorry, but your peace of mind and your brain should not be sacrificed. Not to no drug. Not to no drug that ain't doing you nothing. There's some of you who need to be careful, and I would say on both ends, because again, this is how it's happening. Be careful, new acquaintances, so on and so forth. And even if they're people that you know, and you think they could be delving with stuff, you don't need to be around it. I would always tell you in this instance, again, for you youth that need to hear it, just follow your instinct. If it don't feel right for you, if it ain't really meaning you no well, there's no need to go that route. And if those people decide that they don't want to be a part of that, then they wasn't friends to begin with. Because I've always felt like this. Your real people will never put you in the worst predicaments. Your real peoples definitely won't paint you out in the wrong light, but they also gonna have to do what's necessary, even hold you accountable. Your real ones are definitely gonna make sure that you stay where you need to stay, and that's above ground. Joe, what's going on, baby? You already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button, and if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, subscribe. Before, almost drop the damn phone. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Shoot. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'll get to that later. My fault. Had too many notifications going off. Gotta get that app off of here, man. Telling me too much news. Messing up my brain cells. Ah, Jesus Christ. But yeah, your real ones, they ain't gonna do that to you. They not. They want the best for you just like you should want the best for them. You know, but again, you gotta give yourself strength and you also gotta be able to be around strength. And if you ain't fortunate to some degree to have that strength that you need, you better go find it. Now, for some, y'all already gonna be stuck because again, you're already in the belly of the beast, and there's no getting out of that. But again, some of you, you have pride, you have strength to turn the tables. Basically, the good pride will definitely help you do so. Take pride in yourself, love yourself, give yourself an opportunity when nobody else will. That's what's going to keep you from going down that dark road. Hey, at least it's being said. You know, for some you feel you don't have time, but you have time to witness and experience a lot of different things. And guess what? The main people that want to be a part of that, they don't want to see you go down there. Your parents definitely don't want to be heartbroken and crushed. And there's some of you who are putting your parents through the craziest of stresses. It doesn't help. I was saying in certain instances, y'all would have to really sit down and have a quote unquote family meeting or an intervention. See, that is another reason why I feel the structure on. Nobody's really sitting down, bouncing ideas and thoughts, or just talking about what's going on through the day. And that is truth, though. And in most cases, though, GJ, the ones that do get around the right people, guess what? They do overcome. They do. And they usually have a story behind it. And trust me, it's usually informative because some people who have already been going through it or could be going through it, it gives them what it's supposed to give them. It's not just giving them a scary visual, it's giving them a life lesson that could possibly change. You're going to definitely have to make sure that when you're doing what you're doing, and I'm speaking to those who need to hear this too, just make sure when you breaking down everything, especially when it comes down to your stories, make sure it doesn't damage them for the worst neither. But then again, some of y'all are gonna need to hear that because that pain is just too unbearable. And the best way to reach sometimes you're gonna have to do tough love because some ain't gonna listen to the reason of just sitting down and kumbaya all day. Sorry, parents, you gonna have to get in tune and get a balance. But you youth that need to hear it too, you need to get a balance too. Again, the communication barrier is the main thing in any family, in any structure. You gotta have communication. Nonetheless, though, you do have time, space, and opportunity to definitely be something grand. You're not gonna be able to make it. Start delving into the wrong things that could poison you or possibly be your demise. Another reason why the structure in the families is broken the way it's broken is because of violence. We already done covered drugs. We pretty much already know what it is. No matter what the addiction, if it's not treated, if it's not eradicated or pushed back or suppressed, it will continue to cycle. It will continue that cycle of misery, pain, and destruction. Now, as far as the violence is concerned, the violence is from one aspect of it, aggression. Aggression because of the stresses and the chaoses that's going on, or personal demons, or personal anything that's just it's tearing you up. It's tearing you from the inside out. You want to know why? Because you have not let go yet. There's some of you who repeat a pattern only because you've seen it or because you kept going through it at some points. Basically, a norm to it. Um, yeah, your emotions should never have you miscalculating your next moves in life because your next moves in life could cost you your life. You break up the structure when you end up doing these horrific crimes. Because again, these crimes are not needed. The family is supposed to be strong from the core. That means if anything is going wrong on either end, you're supposed to be able to sit down and talk to shop. Again, communication barrier. Your aggressions should not lead to discretions, especially within the family. There's some of you men and women out there who are purposely destroying your households. The main thing to remember is that the youth cannot be in danger in any way, shape, or form. Your kids shouldn't come home to witness either the father beating the mother up or the mother possibly beating the father up or both of them going to war, holding it down against each other. It shouldn't even be that way. That right there is another factor of causing hurt, the pain, and the division. And again, another cycle is open. And it's unleashed onto the world. And there's some of you men out there who are bringing kids into the world, and again, you're not being responsible. On any cylinder, you're not being responsible. Same thing with some of you women. Any type of violence or any type of psychological trauma that's going to be caused one way or another, yeah, it's going to have dire consequences on all ends. Start getting into the notion again of communicating. And again, the main thing that's killing everything more than anything, pride. Not gonna lie to you. If you don't open your mouth and say something, trust me, misery and the chaos within the family bloodline will still continue to happen. Ladies, the minute you know there's a situation, even if there is kids involved, the minute there's a situation of any type of violence or any type of attacks, period, you need to pack up and go. I would say pretty much that's where anybody should draw the line at, even down to the fellas. You see certain things that just ain't adding up right. Trust me, follow your gut and do what you gotta do. Telling you to break away from that misery and that curse being placed upon you. But definitely still make sure you're getting the adequate help that you need on all ends. The link is in the chat in case anybody want to chime in on this. I don't gonna lie to you. This part right here, I feel is definitely a necessary step. Again, having a conversation that needs to be had. Everybody's gonna have different views and opinions and information and knowledge. The list goes on and on. But the main thing to remember is that it's always supposed to come to that general aspect of things. And it's also supposed to come to the same conclusion and road. Same destination. Doesn't matter, you made it. And then from there, you start breaking the chains of oppression. The oppression in your mind. The discretions on your mind. And in order to have those talks, again, gotta get in control of your emotions. Be honest with you, kids should never be no victims to violence. Not from the parents, not from the family members, nor none of that. Again, that's another way of breaking the structure. Trust me, there are things that should never, and I mean never, break that bond and that love of a strong unit in the family. We know it's easier said than done, but for some, again, it's really about just coming to a common conclusion. What works for us, what don't work for us. And again, get the help that you need. You should never want to destroy your family. You should never want to destroy your blessing. And if this ain't reach nobody tonight, then hey, can't say a brother ain't tried. But I still believe in that firm message. Again, you gotta have love within yourself. I'm gonna be honest, it shouldn't matter if there's traumas that you dealt with either in the past or even as of recent. When you got a family, you have to think about everybody and not just yourself. And again, some of y'all destroying your families because you are just thinking about yourself. A lot of you can't be hostile either with each other. And that's on all angles. You can't. You have to be more mindful in your approach of things. Yes, you men and women must do that. That is the most important thing to do. You have to put the emotions to the side and think logically and rationally for the kids. See, again, the main thing to remember is that if you understand that we are not each other's enemies, and we can possibly break those at least, can at least start to break some of those chains. Not everything is aim, it's not. Some people it's already too late. But for the ones that still have the chance and the opportunities, again, you would have to have these talks. They might be uncomfortable. You might not want to hear it. You might not have hope in certain things. But see, when you lose hope, especially for the right thing, you can't expect a cycle to be broken. The institution of love, basically, will definitely keep your families, you know, keep your families whole at least. And I would say, even if it's not violence at home that the kids are suffering from, because now we're going another level. Wherever the violence took place, wherever any of the attacks took place, you need to be on it. There's always different ways to handle situations. I've always felt that when you open up that boundary of trust, there's no boundaries that your families can't fix and can't get on your way to. The boundaries right there would have to be you have to come sit down and talk. Doesn't matter. You need to do so. Without doing so, trust me, it's curtains. And I hate to say it that way. And any form of aspect, you would have to definitely think about the general needs. Not so much as the wants, but the needs. And you're going to need to have those conversations again. There's no other way to say it. No matter how you want to run around it, jump over it, or jump under it, when you come back full surface, it's still going to be sitting there. And the longer you take to get that through the process, the more tragic it'll be. It is time for the youth to really start speaking to your parents. And parents, it's time for you to speak to your kids, but also listen. Because if you don't listen, you'll miss something. And that right there again will be another tragedy that could have been avoided. But you didn't keep the signs. Again, keep that third eye open. See, in this instance, I would always put down numbers or at least specific numbers that need to be put down. But I just remember something. It is Monday, and I'm feeling a little slight bit petty, but in a good way. For some of y'all that need to hear it, guess what? You're on your phone. You got Google. Um, Those national hotlines still exist if you need the help. Or if you're in an area where you know you could go to an inpatient or do whatever. And again, I'm speaking to those who need to hear it as far as the drug aspect is concerned. Please go do so. You got to invest in yourself and love yourself. And if you want to beat the odds, be around people that have beat the odds. Take in some consideration, some knowledge, and definitely be the strongest person you could be, especially for the namesake of your family. And I would say the same thing for those who are prone to violence and to a point where it could be detrimental. Whatever your aggressions are, go get yourself checked out and worked out on. You're gonna have to let it out. And when you do let it out, guess what? It will feel a lot better. But again, you just gotta keep yourself structured at all times. That's all you necessarily gotta do. You'll feel good once you let off that ball of stress. You just won't resonate there no more. Susanna, what's going on, baby? Again, it's simply about choices. And what do you choose exactly? Your own personal wants? Or do you choose your needs? And if you choose your needs, then guess what? You have to stand firm in every decision you make. You're going to definitely have to stand confident in everything that you're doing. I'm telling you, you want to work hand in hand. Now, you might try to say, oh, you ain't never been a part of, and you ain't know what you talking about. Yeah, because I know this is how some of y'all like to think, right? And everybody is quote unquote entitled to their opinion, right? And yeah, so am I. So from my opinion, from the outside looking in, just being logical, you can't negate or escape the facts of what I'm saying. If you don't sit down and have the conversations, even when they are uncomfortable, you will never be able to break any type of spell, curse, anything that's been plaguing you or plaguing the people around you. You gotta open up. Stop ego tripping, basically. You know, you gotta remember the first steps to just any type of change. You gotta want to see the change, be a part of the change, and keep excelling while you are changing. It's time for the families to really conversate with each other and not just in aggression and in emotion. Really come together and learn to listen and work with each other. I would be honest with you, in certain instances, another reason why the structure in the household is getting kind of eerie, or even within the family is getting eerie, is because some of you, again, are playing favoritisms with your children. Can't do that. All your kids are supposed to be loved equally. Doesn't matter. And also on the same token, for some of y'all who need to hear it, there's some of you who have to realize your parents are not ignoring you. Your parents, if they are dealing with special needs children or whatever the case is, 9 out of 10 they are going to get the most care, regardless to what. At the end of the day, that's still your blood. That's still your family. So you should never feel no type of way if it's like that. And even if it's not that type of situation, again, parents, you put a burden on your kids when you make it feel like one is more important than the other. That should never be that way. There got to be an equal amount of love given. Yeah, you might love your kids because they all got different, unique skills and talents. They got their own little personalities. That's a good thing. But it's another thing to really try to place one above the other one again. They all came from you. Show that equal amount of attention and love and see how things change. I'm telling you. You ain't gotta take my word for it. I feel like anybody else that would have been having this talk would have probably came to that same conclusion, even if it was said different. It still shouldn't get away from the real matter at hand. The matter of loving and caring and doing what's necessary for the sake of your flock. Make sure that when you are making decisions as far as the family structure is concerned, make sure that whatever you feel you might have to do or things you might want to put into structure, uh, again, you all have to sit down and have that talk and actually hear each other out, even down to the littlest one. Everybody has an opinion, right? Bring back that peace and restore that balance. And again, in certain instances, let no outside interference destroy whatever balance you got right now. Hey, I'll be honest with you. You might not like what's being said. You might not like the fact that I'm the one that's saying it, but you need to accept it. I feel tonight was definitely a nice little part two the other night. You don't always get into those. I felt this was something that needed to come out again tonight. So, Sleazy, what's going on? Yeet, what's going on, baby? Not gonna lie though. Not gonna lie. I think this is a start to a brand new beginning for a lot of people. Somebody definitely gonna take this into consideration and hear that. Because again, you gotta accept the fact that the smallest bit of doubt sets the wrong boundary and the wrong precedent. Love each other enough again to bring yourselves to the table and talk. And in all honesty, some of you are gonna have to do it the right way, even if it is sitting at a table for real. I think that could be the best start. I can honestly again say from my personal experiences, it's worse than what it was. I mean, it was bad back then, but it's worse now. The fact that a lot of you won't really sit down and again just listen, actually hear what's being said. Don't hear what you want to hear. Actually take the time to listen. You can possibly save yourselves again headaches and heartaches. I think I pretty much nailed it. Another nail in the coffin. Again, it's time to regain focus so you can regain structure, so you can build greater and better opportunities. I believe it can happen. Again, families start opening up for real. It's the best thing you'll ever be able to do. Just another little light conversation tonight. Definitely wasn't gonna hold everybody. You know, mostly everybody had a manic Monday, including your boy here. Yeah, I'm running on adrenaline, but this message had to come out regardless to what. For the youth again that really come from the good backgrounds, embrace what you got and be more open. Parents, same thing. Be more open. Have a little more patience. And also again, be logical and critical when you need to be. In order to really build back what you got. Conversation gotta have. I tell them, gotta be had. Not gonna lie, it definitely was a good build tonight. And I'm leaving it as it is. Love and loyalty, but also compassion and an understanding of things. That's how some of you families beat the odds, especially when it comes to the two breakdowns or the multiple breakdowns that we had tonight. And, you know, I'm going to revisit something else along those lines. This ain't over. I told you, it's not over. Talks that you don't want to have, well, I'll have them. Give me one Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back now. I'm back. I felt a little better now. Feel a little bit better, just a little bit. Don't let nothing I said tonight go over your head, please. Please understand that again. This is something that needs to be heard. Any type of confusion, miscommunication, any sense of hate, jealousy, envy, that will cripple everything. Again, start having the conversations when it's needed. And from there, you work on things. And you work together as a cohesive unit. Again, that's how it's going to work. There's some things, again, that's going to be out of your control. But when a problem is presented, you have to keep a cool head, depending on what the situation is. You must keep a cool head because you're not going to be able to make any type of real decisions if you're too emotional. Nexie, what's going on, baby? LSP, what's going on, baby? The link is still in the chat in case anybody want to chime in on this. But I think I pretty much covered where I need to cover. Just have a sense of harmony as a family. You need to have the uncomfortable conversations, please do so. You might not want to, but trust me, it's a blessing in disguise. And again, keep those communication lines as open as possible. Nobody should ever feel alone on either ankle. And nobody should feel neglected or disappointed. Honestly, the saddest moments, though, is again, when you don't open up the way you're supposed to. It's called having a delicate balance. And I think that's really needed. It's time to start really having watchful eyes out again, too. That's another reason why some families are being broken up, too. So see, I can keep going deep and keep going deep and keep going deep, but I can't do that tonight. My scalp hurt. My scalp hurt for good reason, but nonetheless, my scalp hurt. Get out the pride. Pride on that angle will lead to any destruction of any household. Start getting in control of the domain before you start going insane, for real. It's no need for all that. It's no need for hiding. The more you hide your problems, the more you hide your fears, the more you hide anything, the worse it gets. Again, parents start being more involved the way you're supposed to. And they are all key methods and key ways to keep your family home. But again, you gotta want to be a part of it. And like I said, when I revisit this portion of, you know, this again, I'm coming at it from another angle. You know this already. So, for those who might have just been coming in, whatever you miss, you know you can catch the replay. Again, my pole scalp hurt. I felt this was definitely needed. And now that that's over, well, now that the educational part is over, it's time to have some fun. What's going on, y'all? Hopefully, all of y'all are having a blessed New Year so far. For those who ain't, I already know what it is. And again, prayers where it's needed on all angles. Nah, we giving up. I ain't leaving just yet next year. I told you, we having fun now. You missed the educational part. I already know that. You always late for church. You see why I got that avatar, right? See why I got it up, right? You ain't leaving out of here just that quick next year. You're not gonna do that today. You're not gonna do that today. You see why he's up in the air, right? Come get your nephew. Come get your nephew. Look, he already picked up. Look, you ain't gotta do that. Look, how you gonna deny the baby? Look, how you gonna deny the baby next? Look at him. Look at him. How you gonna deny baby eulogy? Come on now. Come on now. No. What? I try. I try, little rascal. I don't know what you be doing to people, but I guess I gotta keep you again. I ain't messing with you. I ain't messing with you. Hey, if you watch that movie Little Man, shoot. Marlon face wasn't supposed to be on no baby or no midget face, but hey, it happened, right? No doubt, Miss T, baby. Nah, it's a whole fact, bro. You know what I'm saying? Ain't that far off on things again. Ain't much that should separate you, especially for a strong family. If you're already strong, if your bloodline has been known to be strong, 9 out of 10 is because of communication. Get back to that. Wait a minute. One. Okay, I'm back. Okay, I'm back. I had to go get my best suit on. I had to get my hair done and everything for the festivities. You know this. You know this. Oh, how y'all like my new dude, man? How you like that? GJ, how you like me now, son? How you like me now, son? There's more coming. Don't worry. Don't worry. There's more coming. Oh, what happened? What happened? What happened, brother Willis? Why your face look like that? What happened, son? Tell me why you mad. I'm about to say, oh wait, it ain't over. It ain't over. Maybe this face would be a little bit more tougher for y'all. Embrace it, love it, bask in it. Oh man, Latanya, don't you start, baby. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man, you know I ain't got no damn sense. Hmm. Sydney, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? My bad, y'all. You know me. I'll be back. Uh, oh, I'm back now, man. I told you I'm back now, man. You see how this go down? You see how this go down? Hmm? Hmm? You see what y'all did? You see what y'all done created. You see what y'all done created. I dare you to say something. It's a Star Wars eulogy. You know how this go down. I don't know. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. There gonna be more coming. There gonna be more coming. I told you we was gonna have some fun. You know me. You know me already. You know we was gonna have some damn fun for a little bit. I done been serious most of the night. And again, for everybody that's been a part of the conversation, um, on a serious note, again, start opening up the communication barriers wider. again get back to loving each other, trusting each other, and also uplifting each other. That's what's needed right now. But I ain't gonna hold y'all all night. I know some of y'all got work, school. Some of y'all got leg drops to perform in the morning. Oh yeah, I forgot. My fault. My fault. I just thought about it. Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. Yeah, I better see some tacos somewhere tomorrow. Yeah, I'm looking at everybody in the chat right now. Everybody in the chat right now. I wasn't a big fan, but I did have a couple of little whatevers. You know me, I couldn't keep nothing. You know, well, at least not toys at that time. I couldn't keep no toys. Didi, what you laughing at? See. Wait a minute. Before I get up out of here, before I do get up out of here, do want to implement something again for some people that need to understand this, or when they do come in here, you're gonna get a lot of this. You're gonna get a lot of this. I don't know if you get laughter from the devil's advocate themselves right here. But you're gonna get a lot of this though, because I know myself. My mouth goes a little bit left sometimes, but I do get to the strong message regardless to how it's broken down. Society. 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 See, even here, it should be a good goal and example for some. Sit down, talk, you know, try to lighten the mood if you can. And just brace yourself and bear for the things you need to bear for. It's really about it. It's really about it. Oh, wait a minute. I'll be back. Damn it. I knew I forgot something. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. You know this already. I kind of was feeling a little dark during this message because I really did feel a little type of way, but I had to remember I gotta let that go. I gotta let it go for the best reason. Talks like this are going to spark and trigger emotions because, again, from the personal view of things, I've seen the effects, especially when it comes down to drugs, how it really tears a whole family structure apart, generation to generation. No doubt, Four Corner, you already know, my guy. What you laughing at, Didi? What you laughing at? What? Y'all all laughing at over here. Hold on, man. Hold on. Oh, because I'm chilling with man's best friend? That's how y'all gonna do me? It's all right. It's all right. Definitely feel good about tonight, though. Told you I had to go get my best suit on, baby. I told you I was going. I told you I was going to come back. I got some more. I got some more. Oh, that's more coming. Again, just love yourself, love your family, and also love and trust the process in life. Once you begin to do that, trust me, tides of change will not be that far apart. Again, open that communication, open and listen. Effective communication, effective listening. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Latanya, what you laughing at, man? Look, what you laughing at, man? Come on now, man. You're not gonna be laughing at me and my dog over here, man. That's my dog, man. Said that's my dog. Nah, but just again, show the self pride. Be more dignified. I'm gonna stop laughing at Didi. You gonna stop laughing? Oh, don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Oh man, well, there's more coming. Don't worry, there's more coming. But again, for the sake of your families and the sake of your all in all mental balance, you know, learn to love and trust. And all parameters, patience is a virtue. You can't get past anything if you're not going to be able to be reasonable. And also really sit down and have an understanding. You should have looked familiar to you, GJ, but I ain't gonna say nothing. Come on now, man. Yes, Latanya, I'm permed out today. Permed out with my best outfit on. Come on, GJ, I'm gonna give you another crack at it, man. You've been shadow hugging for about at least months. Glad we got you up out the shadow, son. Oh, this the other side of the eulogy, Nate. So it's a little more grittier, a little more grittier. Hey, and I got a companion too. So hey, it works. Oh no, just a good conversation, and we're gonna keep having more of these. And I definitely look forward to hopefully coming to more conclusions on things that we can come to. But let me get up out of here. Definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in. For everybody that might have tuned in late, you always catch the replay. And don't worry, I'll be back in the morning with the cypher. You know this already. I'll be back in the morning. It might not be super early, but it'll be early enough. Always a blessing to bring sun to the people, and that's the best way we can do it. Again, hopefully somebody did take something out of it. Oh, and for those who want to keep hating, this is one reason why I keep putting this up here. I think I'm gonna keep this one up here. I like this. I like this. Yeah, yeah. Actually, no, no. I ain't gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that. No, I got you, bro. I got you definitely. Did she just say Rick James? Yo, word. Why you? When we all leaving up out of here, take Nexie with you. She just said Rick James. Go on about your business. I like that one. I like that. That was kind of snappy. That was kind of snappy. Come on now. Come on now. See? No. No. Gotta get my futuristic eulogy suit on. They had the nerve to call me Rick James, making my damn scalp hurt. Got the nerve to say it. Yeah, yeah. Keep on, Big Perm. Next year, don't worry. I'm gonna catch you somewhere in the club. Don't worry, I got you. Not a lot of y'all. Don't worry. Don't worry. And I'll make sure I bring baby eulogy. Don't worry. One of y'all gonna take. One of y'all gonna take responsibility. Got the nerve to call me Rick James. Y'all watch movies and don't know where it came from. Got me tight right now. Nah, that's all love over here. You know what it is. Oh, there's more coming. Like I said, there's more coming. My pettiness is real, so yeah, you know, 24/7 petty. There you go. 365 petty. I'm giving you some more. I'm giving you some more petty names. Word, don't worry. Told you, man. Still got your scalp piece. Got everybody's scalp piece in here, and this is what we're gonna keep doing. Building. Keep on having that good old fun. But let me get up out of here. Y'all was new to the channel. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay game. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance tonight, y'all already know that love is love and it be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I can do is give you real. And that's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real bills. And again, I'll be revisiting this portion at some point. Yeah, I'll let y'all know exactly when that happens. Definitely see y'all tomorrow for that safe. And we definitely in here. Oh man, damn it. Oh man. See where you Arizona petty. See what I'm talking about. See? That's what happens. See? Now let these minds up in here corrupt your mind. Look at you. Look at you. I thought we were supposed to be brothers. Nah, it's all love. And again, it's always gonna be a great talk and a conversation with the people. Y'all stay safe, keep that third eye open. Until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.